This conference will now be recorded.
Commissioner Warren, Commissioner Ginger,
Here.
Commissioner Welsh,
Here.
Commissioner Eastman,
Here.
Mayor Rogers.
Here. All those wanting to participate in the opening prayer and pledge of allegiance, please stand.
Dear wise and loving one, bless our agenda this evening. Guide us in our deliberations. Give us the ability to listen and speak clearly to the issues before this body. Give us harmony even when there is disagreement. Be with our police, fire department, and first responders to keep them safe. Finally, give us the wisdom to make the right decisions for the needs of this community. We ask in your name, amen.
Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation,
under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Close. Are there any additions or deletions to the agenda?
Yes, we would like to add the purchase of SCBA packs for the fire department to the agenda.
All right.
I move we accept the addition of the CBA packs for Venice.
I'll second it. All those in favor with the addition, say aye. Aye. All opposed, motion passes unanimously. Motion for approval of the agenda.
So,
I bet we approve the agenda.
second.
Motion been made to approve the agenda. All those in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed, motion passes unanimously. At this time, we'll do awards and proclamations. I think we have some outstanding students here tonight.
Yes, we do indeed. Good evening, Mayor and Commissioners. Thank you again for making this program a possibility, and thank you to all of our guests for being here. This was kind of an unusual year for us. We did not have the opportunity to give the award last year because school was shut down right before we were going to start doing interviews. And this year, we did not want to miss another year, so the committee is to be commended, I think, for persevering through unusual circumstances, which included interviewing all the kids on Zoom, except for the college students who they were able to interview in person, and a variety of other strange occurrences. So I appreciate the committee very much. We were shorthanded this year for a variety of reasons. They had health challenges to battle through, but we were able to get through it all and interview, I don't have the exact number in front of me, but it was well over 60 or 70 kids this year. As part of the process, we decided we were going to retroactively try to award a student for last year, which helped with the fact that we had so many great nominees and it was incredibly difficult for the committee to narrow it down. So the 5 most outstanding are here, but by no means are they the only worthy recipients. There was a lot of amazing nominees, and I had the fortune of sitting in on the interviews this time around, which is not something I normally do. So I got to see that firsthand, and I know they really struggled trying to figure out how to rank them because they were all so great. And they've all been through so much. One of the questions they asked is how the pandemic has affected them. There were some amazing stories. There were some tear-jerking stories to hear what these kids have had to overcome to be academically achieving in a year like this. So they are all to be commended and applauded, I think, for their efforts in getting through probably the most unusual school year they'll ever experience. So we do have all of our finalists here tonight, and I'm going to go through order from 2020 and then 2021. The 2020 students were all nominated last year at the high school, and we interviewed all the seniors in addition to this year's nominees so that they would have the opportunity to experience the program. And of the 3 that were nominated in that year, and some of them were re-nominated this year, the finalists from the high school in 3rd place was Bella Wood. In 2nd place, Lydia Watanabe. And in 1st place, and the overall winner for the high school, and finishing 2nd place overall for the Arkansas City Outstanding Student Award in 2020 is Gabriela Herrera. In addition to the certificate and the scholarship, which she will receive a $500 scholarship for that, we purchased Pizza Ranch cards for all of them. Since we're not able to have the banquet this year, just want to be safe with it. At least gives them an opportunity to go to dinner with their parents and enjoy it. So I want to recognize Pizza Ranch for donating quite a bit of value to that as well. And we appreciate their partnership. All right. The overall winner for the Cali College level in 2020 was Trevor McDowell. Now, for the 2021 award, we'll start with the middle school. In third place at the middle school was a tie, Genesis Mendez and Spencer Mosier. In second place was Alfonso Torres Ramirez. And in first place and finishing third place overall for the Outstanding Student Award, Mr. Dawson O'Donnell. He will receive a $250 scholarship. And I neglected to mention Mr. McDowell receives a $1,000 scholarship. High school for 2021. Third place was Marcel Lozano. Second place, Haley Trent. And in first place at the high school and finishing second place overall for the Outstanding Student Award, Eliana Messenger. And finally, Cali College. This was a little different. We also interviewed a few students who were nominated last year at high school and were Cali College attendees, but most of these students are also named Student of the Month, so you'll probably recognize them because Rama writes great releases about them. In third place was Abigail Weathers. In second place, Mr. McDowell. And first place and finishing overall as our 2021 Outstanding Student, Adriana Bruce. If I can have the mayor come down and help me present the flag, and we'll stage a little photo op here. So we did entries for both Mr. McDowell and Adriana here as our outstanding students. We got a 3-year streak of Cali students. And I will continue to hang on the wall here in the room where it always does. Again, thank all of you for being here, and you're all amazing students, so we're glad to be able to honor you in some small way. All right.
Can I get a picture?
Yeah.
Anybody else can too that wants one.
Yeah, come on up. Who want to get? How many parents want to get one with this, Adriana, since you're the outstanding student this year?
Oh, wait. Thank you all.
Thank you. Since you're this year, we'll get one with you holding there. There you go. Congrats, you guys. We are looking for 3 additional committee members, so if you know if anyone is interested and like to interview lots of kids, let me know. I'm hoping this summer we can finally work in ACA and homeschoolers like we intended to do. Pandemic threw us a little bit of a loop, but thank you again for your support of this program. Wouldn't be possible without you guys allowing us to.
Well, thank you for your time, and to the students, congrats. All you guys are outstanding students, outstanding role models, and, you know, examples for younger kids to look up to. So thank you for what you do for either the schools and your community. So you guys really are great kids. So some of you I know really well, some I know just through Facebook and other means, newspaper articles. So congrats. That's it. You guys can stay or go. It's whatever you want to do. Thanks.
Bye, everyone. Nobody wants to listen while we go through.
Harrison's here.
Well, Harrison, yeah. John is here.
Now we will do the Earth Day and Arbor Day proclamations. I don't think there's anyone here for it, but we'll go ahead and. Awesome. You are here. Oh, hi, Paisley.
We're here.
There you go. I haven't even looked up at the screen yet. So So proclamation, whereas in 1872, J. Sterling Morton proposed to the Nebraska Board of Agriculture that a special day should be set aside for the planting of trees. And whereas this holiday, Arbor Day, first was observed with the planting of more than 1 million trees in Nebraska and it now is observed throughout the nation in the world on the final Friday in April. And whereas trees can reduce the erosion of our topsoil by wind and water, cut heating and cooling costs, moderate the temperature, clean the air, produce oxygen, and provide habitat for wildlife. And whereas trees in our city increase property values, enhance the economic vitality of business areas, beautify our community, and are a source of joy and spiritual renewal. And whereas Art Kansas City has been recognized as a Tree City USA by the National Arbor Day Foundation for the 27th year in a row, and so desires to continue its tree planting ways. And whereas it first celebrated 50 years ago in 1970, Earth Day is an annual event celebrated around the world on April 22nd to demonstrate support for environmental protection, and it now includes events coordinated globally by the Earth Day Network in more than 193 countries. And now, therefore, I, Scott Rogers, Mayor of the City of Art, Kansas City, Kansas, do hereby proclaim that Thursday, April 22nd, 2021 is Earth Day, and in the City of Art, Kansas City. And I furthermore do also hereby proclaim that Friday, April 30th, 2021 is Arbor Day in the City of Art, Kansas City, Kansas, and urge all citizens to observe both days with appropriate ceremonies and observance during Earth Week, which this year is observed on April 22nd through April 30th, 2021, and including participating in Spring Cleanup Day on Saturday, April 24th, 2021, and taking advantage of Citywide Pickup Week services on April 26th through the 30th, 2021. Together, we can help clean up our community.
You're all welcome to attend. We'll do a tree planting in Lovey Watson Park at 4 p.m. Thursday.
This Thursday?
Take a photo.
I'll write that down.
Is it 4?
Yeah, we'll meet at that gazebo there at the west central part of the park.
Was that part of the Earth Day?
Well, you got my trees, so that's good. Set the scene on.
Well, thank you to Harrison and Paisley for serving on those committees. What you guys do, thank you. You guys have anything? No.
Just thank you.
Thank you. Do we have anyone here from National Foster Care Month or anyone from, I don't see anyone in the audience and anyone online, do you? We'll go ahead and just, if you guys don't mind, we'll postpone that for another month till we get somebody here for it. I know we've tried to reach out to a few people, so we'll wait for that one. Recognition of any visitors here. Do we have anyone signed up? Seeing none. Any comments from the audience for items not on the agenda? Find out.
There's not.
Moving on, we will move on to the consent agenda.
Would you mention item 3 and item 4 for the citizens?
Certainly. So on item 3, there was a house that caught on fire on these lots at 203 North 7th Street. The owner gave the lots to the city with the house still on it. We tore it down. And so the Ralph and Sarah McDonald, who are own the adjoining property, would like to buy that lot and build an accessory building on it. And so we've come to an agreement for $5,000, which is basically what the county has value on that lot is. They'll cover up the costs of the cleaning up and then gives them some additional property there.
Okay.
And then Number 4 is it's about 36 acres of land just across the street from Casey's in Goff Industrial Park. ACI had deeded that to the city with some hopes of developing a business on that. There was an agreement to buy that, and it was extended several times, and the city never exercised that agreement to purchase it. So what we're doing is deeding it back to ACI.
Okay, thank you.
That's just north of
Casey's.
Casey.
Yes.
I shall move that we approve the consent agenda as printed in the agenda.
I'll second. All those in favor for the approval of the consent agenda, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, motion carries. On to old business. Hold a public hearing and consider resolution declaring structures located at 212 North 3rd, 312 North 3rd, 615 South A Street, 318 North D Street, 818 North D Street, and 1313 West Oklahoma as unsafe and dangerous, and directing that said structures be repaired, shored, or otherwise made safe, or in the alternative demolished.
Mr. Mayor, City Commissioners, good evening. Before you is a list of 6 properties I would like you to consider for dangerous structures. The first one is at 212 North 3rd Street. It's Mr. and Mrs. Jennings own that property. This is the picture of the house here. As you can tell, the fascia on is deteriorating, the roof's in bad condition. And some of these pictures, like these first ones, were taken back in January. I took some more in April last week. So I'm going to kind of skip through a lot of these real quickly. The first ones, I'll get to the more up-to-date one for you. It's just kind of showing that there has not been any improvement on it at all. Excuse me.
Certified mail. It's been certified mail mailed out.
Yes, we sent them certified mail. Some of them came back unassigned, some of them came back signed. And okay, now we're into the ones that are up to date. These are the ones I took last week. That's on the garage right there with the roof and that. This is the front porch there. As you can tell, the front porch is decaying, falling apart, and basically collapsing in on itself. And the wood up there is the overhang that's fallen off and deteriorating. We have busted windows there. The one to the right is the back porch. Back there is wide open. And this is a picture of the inside of the back porch. As you can see daylight through the ceiling of it. It's an enclosed area. And this is a picture I took from the outside through a window. That's where the interior of the house is. Plaster's gone. Any questions on 212? The next one is 312 North 3rd Street, which is right down the block there. We sent certified letters on it, and they all came back unsigned. Here again, these are some of the pictures that was taken back in January. I'll skip ahead to the more up-to-date. This is the front porch here. The foundation of the stem wall that's up there is it's got cracks in it. The porch is deteriorating. You walk on that front porch, you take your legs in your aspect because you can fall through it. And that's a front picture of the front porch there. As you can see, it's separating, decaying. There's a lot of shingles missing off the roof. There's actually holes in the roof. Windows are broken out in it. That's the garage there. And that's a deflection in the foundational wall there on that part of it. This is the back part of the house. That's the exterior door there, which is falling apart. We're not going to get any pictures of the inside to go in there to look at, but if you look through the windows, they were about the same. They were plastered, falling apart and falling off of it. Sidings decaying and falling off of it. Cracks in the foundation right there. That's about a 2-inch crack right there with separation there. And what's causing it is that example right there, a tree too close to the foundation. Giving uplift to it. Here's some pictures of some windows that are missing, broken out. Another one there. Any questions on 312?
That asbestos siding on that house,
Yeah, more likely it is asbestos siding.
so there has to be some kind of abatement.
Well, so far, the basement came off asbestos siding. Yeah, the regulation on taking off siding is pretty broad. Says the asbestos siding is not what they call flammable. It won't rot you there very easily. But basically, you just take it off by hand, and you just bag and tag and take it. The next one is 615 South A Street. This one here, we did send letters out to the property owners, and they did come back signed. I will say on this property here, a contractor has came up and got a permit to start work on it. That's about 2 weeks ago, and as of today, nothing's been done to it. I still like to go ahead and run it through. And if you all gave it a dangerous structure, that way if they fall through, they don't do it, we don't have to go through this all again.
So how many days do they have? Is it 30 days for if they start work on it, or is it more than that?
They have 30 days to commence work on it and get a permit, which they've done that.
Okay.
And then they have 90 days to complete.
Okay. All right.
If they demo it, they have 30 days to start on it, and 15 days to complete that one.
Okay.
And this is 615.
South A.
15. Here again, these are some of the old pictures on it. I'll skip through, but nothing has changed on it at all.
Hmm.
Okay. This one here, there's the front porch, as you can tell. It's the foundation on it's falling apart, porch is decaying and rotting. Block is falling out of it. Very unstable. There's another picture of the front porch. Same thing, holes in it. And right there on the north side of the front porch, you can actually see that there's a hole underneath the porch area where the foundation wall should be. It's not there. Holes in the side of the foundation into the underneath of the structure, so it's very unstable that way. This is the back porch of the house. Those breaker boxes that are exposed outside should be indoor breaker boxes. And they are indoor breaker boxes, and they're on the outside. They should be outside breaker boxes, rain tight. That's the back porch back there that they tore down, and it's been about 4 years, and this is the same condition this has been in the last 4 years. And like I said, holes in the wall, in the fascia, overhang, everything's rotted.
Now, did you say nobody came back with a signature on the letter?
The letter came back signed,
Signed, okay.
and then, like I said, they had a contractor get a hold of us, and they got a permit to do it.
Okay, that's
And
this
allowed
one.
them to go ahead and do that. You know, they got 180 days with the permit to get it done.
All right. Lost track where we were looking at pictures.
Yeah. The next one is 318 North D Street.
Keep showing that.
That one there, we sent the letters out. Justin and his wife signed them. They came back signed. They're aware of it. And here again, these are some of the old pictures that we stuck in from January just to show that there's been nothing done to it. Open the windows, about
Man, that's old stuff.
vacant windows, I should say.
'76.
Now, these are the up-to-date pictures. He did go in and he boarded up the windows so that people, so kids couldn't get in there and varmint couldn't get in there, and he did do that for us. But there's nothing changed on the inside on that. As you can tell, the overhang, the fascia is missing, it's rotted. We have siding that's missing. The foundation is decaying, cracks in it. Here's a window that wasn't boarded up and it's missing the glass. That's a perfect example of the rotting floor joists in there, falling apart. And same thing there, separation between the foundation and the support area. Holding the foundation, open windows, broken out glass,
Find them.
very unstable. Any questions on 318? Next one is 818 North D Street. That one there, we sent letters out, certified letters, they've all come back unclaimed. Here again, these are some of the old pictures that we've had in January. And I promise next time they'll just be up to date pictures. And I'll go through all this. I must be camera happy that day. Here's a picture of the update of last week. That's the front of the house right there. But if you look at the front of the house, it doesn't look bad. It looks like it's a pretty nice house that could be fixed up. But if you go around to the sides, as you can tell, they boarded up, put some plywood on the sides there that the siding was missing. Try to patch it in that way. There is cracks in the foundation wall. As you can see right there, there's a hole in that foundation. There's a hole in the wall completely there. The stem wall there is separated. It's actually going inward, so it's going to fill eventually. The picture to the right is the back door, which is open, so it's not secure. Right there. And this is inside that back door. Right there. As you can see daylight through the wall. So that's the floor into the back area there. There's no floor there. And this goes over onto the north side there. Here again, siding missing, rotted wood, foundation issues. And that goes all the way down to the north side there.
Can you tell how long these houses have been without utilities or occupied?
This house right here, what we can do is go back onto the water bills and see when they had last service that way, we do that way. This one here has been vacant for at least 5 to 6 years before I came to work here. And that's the same case. The next one's the same way. It's been vacant for probably 10 years. Yeah. Any questions on that one? The next one is 1313 West Oklahoma. We sent certified letters out. They came back unclaimed. Mr. Johnson passed away quite a few years back and everything. And we sent it to the last mailing address that we had for him. And like I said, nobody claimed it. Here again, these are last January, what it looked like then. Here's the up-to-date picture from last week. That's the front of the house there. Now the front of the house there, the overhang on the front porch is unstable. In fact, you can basically pull those posts out by hand if you wanted to. They're not that secure. The siding is falling apart, as you can tell on the right-hand picture. Glass is missing out of the window there too. Foundation has cracks in it. This is the east side of it, as you can tell. Siding's missing on it. In very disrepair. Then we get around to the back, on the south side. This is the access into the basement. There is no door on it, so anything can go down through there. And if you look on the foundation wall there, to the right of the access to the basement, you can actually tell the separation on the rock that's from the foundation. And the same thing on this one to the left too. Here again, more structural issues with the foundation. And same thing with the back access there to the back part of the house. That's cracked there on the right-hand side there, that picture, as you can tell on the foundation. And this one here, the reason I took that one because the glass was completely out of the window missing. That's it.
Thank you, Mike.
Need these separate motions?
No. I think it says that, because it says find that the structure is legally described herein. And they're all described in there.
Okay. I will move that we declare structures located at 212 North 3rd Street, 312 North 3rd Street, 615 South A Street, 318 North D Street, 818 North D Street, 1313 West Oklahoma as unsafe and dangerous, and directing that said structures be repaired, shored, or otherwise made safe, or in the alternative, demolished.
I second it.
Motion's been made and seconded. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passes unanimously. On to new, I believe, new business.
A resolution authorizing the city of Arkansas City to purchase a 2021 MV 607 International Single Axle Dump Truck with a 10-foot dump bed and snow plow from Summit Truck Group of Wichita for an amount not to exceed $116,426.
Waiting on me, it's your toy.
Yes. Mr. Mayor, members of the commission, this truck is actually budgeted as a tandem vehicle. But I spoke with the supervisor there in the street department, and we've come to an agreement that the tandem truck is not needed. So we went with a smaller unit here. This truck will be equipped with the, it says snow plow stuff, and it is small enough. We can get it down the smaller streets, tighter areas for sanding and plowing. Also, this truck is actually sitting ready. The availability of it is a lot faster. We can get our hands on it. It wasn't the cheapest bid by any means, but we wanted it for the availability of the equipment of the vehicle. So we feel that this one from Henderson is going to be a good unit. The horsepower is what we need for hauling the debris from the tearaway homes, rock for chip sealing and everything that we use it for. And we just think it's the best deal for the city.
Say used for chip sealing and what else?
Plowing streets, hauling
Well-
rock,
I got that. So basically anything you need it for?
basically, yes.
Okay.
You guys have any questions?
No, not anymore.
Well, I'd like to make a motion that the city consider resolution authorizing the city of Arkansas City to purchase one single axle dump truck with 10-foot dump bed and snow plow from Summit Truck Group, Wichita, Kansas, for an amount not to exceed $116,426.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. This is a voice vote. All those in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed? Motion carries unanimously. On to the next item.
A resolution authorizing the city of Arkansas City to purchase a 2020 M2106 single axle flatbed chassis with body from Freightliner Truck Center Company of Wichita for an amount not to exceed $75,876.
All right, this is what you call basically a 2-ton flatbed. We actually are trading in a 1993 Chevy Kodiak that we use now when we can get it to run, when we can get it to dump. This vehicle is used a lot during ice storms, wind storms, hauling off limbs, large amounts of brush, or clearing out, areas, taking care of ditchways, things like that. Also, once in a while, we use it for our new hires when we have them and they can't haul snow for us in a CDL licensed truck. These trucks you don't need a CDL for, and we can still use the truck and the personnel to get the job done. This truck is actually coming in with a bigger horsepower motor than what we had actually bid out. There again, we bought it because it's in stock. on the availability of the unit, we're looking at probably 2 to 3 weeks. I think the only thing it didn't have on it was side rails, and the guy said it'd probably take a week to get those in. There again, we budgeted 80,000 for it, and it came in at 75,876. So we feel this truck will do anything and everything we need it to do. And I don't think we'll go wrong with this one either.
Let me test out my new eyes here. Make a motion authorizing the city of Arkansas City to purchase one single axle flatbed chassis with body from Freightliner Truck Center Company, Wichita, Kansas, for an amount not to exceed 75,876.
I
Good
second.
job. Got it. Motion been made and seconded. All those in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed? Motion passes unanimously. On to the next one. Thank you, Tony.
Consider a resolution authorizing the city of Arkansas City to enter into a contract with Wildcat Construction of Wichita to replace the north pressure zone booster pump station for an amount not to exceed $777,860.
Honorable Mayor, Commissioners, this project kind of got put to the forefront with Creekstone. So when we looked at infrastructure, what we needed to beef it up for reliability and make sure we could deliver enough water to the north end. And we actually got 5 bids. Those were real good. Utility contractors was the next one at 796,332. Dominating signs, 808,232. Conco Construction, 878,500. And then Encompass, 967,870. Real happy with the bidding and ready to get the project started.
Are you familiar with Wildcat Construction?
Very well. They worked on it well. They came and helped us with the big leak by the old high service too. So yeah, we have a great relationship.
And this project's been discussed for a couple of years now. I mean, it's been in the works for a while now, so.
Yeah, what's happened, we actually had replacing the pump station that pumps to the east side of the river first. And then when Creekstone said they were going to ramp up and need more water, and we kind of had to move this one to the forefront. So years down the road, we'll be looking back again at the Chestnut booster station and probably standpipe out east and make it a little better for people that live out there.
Is there a time frame on the installation and completion?
Yeah, I think we're looking about 8 months.
8 months? Okay.
Yeah, I think we'll be done before the end of the year.
All right. Okay. Well, it's a lot of money, but we've got to take care of our infrastructure and take care of Creekstone, which is one of our biggest employers. So I will move that we authorize the city of Arkansas City to enter into a contract with Wildcat Construction of Wichita to replace the north pressure zone booster pump station for an amount not to exceed $777,860.
I agree. Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passes unanimously. Thanks, Rod. Next up on the agenda.
A resolution authorizing the city of Arkansas City to purchase one 6x6 military vehicle, water tank, paint, and miscellaneous equipment needed for the fire department to fight crime.
Mayor, Commissioners, this vehicle would actually replace the 2018 pickup that was originally purchased. That's not adequately serving the purpose. And this vehicle, I feel would do it. We have one currently now. And there's a lot of benefits to having that.
Because of the terrain? Is this because of the terrain?
Partly because of the terrain, the other one is the other vehicle that's replacing. It's got several issues, one being front end, we've had problem with it, and we're going to continue to have problem with it. The other is if the terrain or the ground's a little bit wet, we spend more time pulling it out than we should. And that's unacceptable.
So what is the plans for the old vehicle, that 18 or 1940? Are you going to keep that in your
Yeah.
inventory?
I feel what we can do is take the bed off of it and utilize the majority of the plumbing and sell the chassis. And the research I've done on that is it'll pretty much pay for this if what I'm saying is correct. I believe the chassis will, it's got low miles, so that's the plan.
You guys have any questions?
Is that?
Yep.
I'll make a motion for the city of Arkansas City to purchase a 5-ton 6x6 military vehicle, a water tank, heat, and miscellaneous equipment needed to transform the vehicle so that it can be used to fight grass fires. The vehicle would replace the 2019 Ford E450 that we have several issues with. Some of these issues.
You're good.
Yeah.
Got it.
Second.
7630.89.
That was the cost of the old one, so, or the repair of it, so.
Okay.
Motion been made to authorize the city of Arkansas City to purchase a 6x6 military vehicle and water tank, paint, and miscellaneous equipment. All those in favor, motion been seconded too, correct?
Yes.
Dwayne seconded. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passes unanimously. And is that, make sure I don't skip your other one. Is that item 6?
Are these cylinders about every year that need replacing?
Let's go ahead and do, since you're up here last, we'll go to item 5 here in a minute. We'll go to number 6 on the agenda, which is the air packs.
You all know currently air packs, FDA standards, they look at replacing 10 years, they give us a 5-year leniency on all 15 years. We currently have bottles that's 19 years old, the packs 19 years old, with the rest of them is 16 years old. So I checked with the manufacturer or dealer, the company that tests our bottles, and they said that absolutely they will not test them. I asked them our options, and they said we had. So at this point in time, I'd like to request the authorization to purchase 24 packs. We've still got some options we're looking at. If we could, it's what I'm hearing is like, we've got to do something. Just for liability.
So these are the lifeline for the firemen, they're air tanks. And they probably won't test them because if they damage them testing them, then they're probably responsible.
Well, they just, after that certain point, they're liable.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They'll be.
Absolutely. So that's basically.
How long will it take you to get the new ones in?
Not sure, 6 to 8 weeks, possibly. He said with the COVID, they, just like everything else. And I've got a bid from one company and waiting on another bid from the second company.
So this wasn't budgeted, was it?
Not.
So where are we going to find the money?
So there's emergency funds.
Okay.
And then Jennifer's identified several items that we could, that could be cuts could be made. There's $36,000 in tornado sirens, 15,000 ADA ramps at the ag building, the covered parking lot over at PD, and then 10,000 on underpass lighting. So, but there's money there to do this.
Okay. Well, just so people know where we're
replacing.
getting,
Life over limb.
All right, I mean, well, we don't have a choice and you wish this would have been planned out and it's not anyone's, not Les's fault. It should have been planned out 5-10 years ago so we could budget these in before the equipment got out of date. And I mean, it's more of a necessity and you want to protect those who are protecting you. So, I mean, this is, in my opinion, more of a need than really anything that we have to. I mean, so
it is a need. I mean, I don't have any doubt about that, but I just want to explain where we're looking to find the money.
Me too.
50,000, is that what you said?
what's that now?
Like 50,000, is that what you said?
22.
192?
No, originally we thought we could replace the bottles and make it work with the bottles with the new packs not compatible. So
Of course they aren't.
all trying to get through it.
We were originally going to do bottles and then get packs over the next 3 or 4 years.
Packs, because bottles is actually what they cannot. But our packs and regulators are obsolete. We're having to get parts for them.
Yeah.
So,
The number has grown since it first came to me.
yeah, originally, it just kept getting worse.
To fix everything, not just that's the
Yeah.
packs, air tanks and everything.
That's
Firefighters will be safe.
Yes.
They'll have up-to-date equipment that is going to be reliable for them.
Well, Mr. Mayor, I so move. We allocate $192,133.44 to replace 6 harness pieces.
No, don't, hold on, I wouldn't give an amount.
24 harness hose, space piece, 2 carbon,
Maybe.
2 carbon cylinders.
What she said. Second.
Second. Voice vote, correct? Another purchase, just a voice vote, yep. All those in favor with the approval for the air pack, say aye. Aye. All opposed? Motion passes. Okay, thanks, Les.
Thank you.
Now we'll go back to item number 5 on the new business agenda.
A resolution of the governing body of the city of Kansas City, Kansas, authorizing the sale and conveyance of certain property to ILS4 LLC.
So back in 2014, there was our industrial revenue bonds issued to build the hotel out at Patton or by the hospital, Patterson Park, excuse me. So it was $6,075,000, and it was construction and equipping the hotel. That paid off here recently. As part of the IRB, it becomes city property and it's leased back to the developer. And then once that debt's paid off, then we would deed property to the owner, and that's what we're doing. This is what this is about. Is they're paid off, and so we're conveying the deed back to the owner. And this property will go back on the tax rolls now. And
Question?
Any questions?
Sure.
I'll can make a motion that we consider resolution of the governing body of the city of Kansas City, Kansas, authorizing the sale and conveyance of certain property to ILS4 LLC.
Second that?
Motion's been made and seconded. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Seeing none, motion passes unanimously. I believe we're on up to, that's the last of the new business. We have city manager updates or staff presentations.
so 5 to 8 p.m. on Wednesday, the 21st, Cali County Indoor Market will be at the Burford Theater. Earth Day, there'll be a tree planting, tree planting at 4 p.m. Thursday, the 22nd at Levy Watson Park. Our next work session will be this Friday at noon here at City Hall. We'll discuss the fleet management program that we've been looking at, and then also finish up on the budget workshop or retreat we had last week. And then there'll be another study work session Friday the 30th. That'll be at the water treatment plant, and we're going to have the working on the housing assessment tool, and this will give the commissioners a chance to kind of weigh in on our housing situation and help us do our housing assessment for the grant.
That's 12 o'clock.
Yes, there is, so I have a little conflict on that day. KMIT, which is our work comp group, will be having their quarterly meeting here in Arc City. I was planning on having it there in the morning, and they usually get done just around noon and have lunch. So would you guys want to have lunch with the KMIT staff and board, and then we can kick them out between 12 and 1?
That's fine with me.
Sounds good to me.
It'll kind
Know
of,
some of them again.
April 30th.
and so that might run you a little bit late on that day, but that will kind of. Spring cleanup day will be Saturday, the 24th from 8 to noon. Their e-waste recycling program will be over at from 8 to noon at Wilson Park that same day. The Kansas City Train Show will be at the Agribusiness Building from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Saturday, the 24th. Citywide pickup week is scheduled from April 26th to the 30th, and coinciding with the regular trash pickup day. The new website is scheduled to launch on April 27th to 28th. The police department and Visit Arc City will kind of have their own, they'll be, part of that, but they have their own special website, and so that'll kind of work follow in May. And then Cali County Health and Safety Fair returns to our Kansas City on Saturday, May 1st at 9 a.m. over at the Agribusiness Building. So I think that was all I had on that.
Any other statements?
Yeah, there is a flyer on your. We've been looking at this Safua sign. It's kind of it's a sign that does public service announcements. Looking at maybe locating them in partnering with some other entities in the city and placing them around. But they're solar powered. They can be moved if need be. They have advertising, so businesses can run ads on them. They can provide news about what's going on in the city, different events and things like that. And they're customizable, so they if the college wanted to partner on one, the colors on it could be college colors, and but they're $12,000 a sign, and if we can get 3 of them placed, then there's no maintenance involved in that. They take all the maintenance and stuff on them. But just kind of a way to, in some higher traffic areas, have the ability to advertise community events. And they're kind of a modern looking thing. And they're updated easily. The screen on them is the same type of screen like a Kindle has, the kind of white background, so you don't have the glare and that type of thing either. So just we've been kind of working with or trying to talk to some different entities around the community to see if there's some interest in investing in that, and see if that's something we can pull off. So,
Haven't had any luck with different entities yet.
yeah, there's some interest. So we'll see how it plays out. It was presented at the chamber today, and Dr. Riddle showed some interest in it, and Walmart did show some interest in it, and I think Visit Arc City has shown interest. So we'll just see how it all plays out, and I think approach the schools, the high school, and see if there's any interest there too. So,
Well, I think it might be a good thing for the city. It has it'll have a lot of information on it, and different people can put ads on it and stuff. So, and what is it?
Brings us into 21st century.
Or 22nd. That after 3 years it's paid for and doesn't cost, Andrew, what is it?
We'll get more details on this to verify that once you make the initial investment, you make back 25% of the advertising revenue, and there is supposedly no additional cost for that song. So theoretically, after 2 to 3 years of advertising coming in, you should basically recover the cost cost, at which point we could, if we want to stay in the program, we could reinvest that into additional signs. So really, there's just kind of this upfront to get into it. It's a 2-year commitment, but we need to see the fine print on all that before we commit to it.
It would be nice to have the college and somebody else.
UFD 470.
Yeah, college and high school and chamber. Be nice. And of course, visit our city, so.
One of the things weighing on my mind is we need a replacement for Channel 7 because that is going to go away at some point and Cox is not going to replace it. So to have a different kind of electronic notification system that's networked that we can tie into, I think is where I was looking to go anyway. This kind of also takes care of the fact that we desperately need to update our wayfinding signs downtown, which we'll be able to do on the back of these and incorporate it. It makes sense, especially that location outside the chamber building. That's where people go to find out where everything is in town, what's going on. And if the chamber's closed, at least there's something there that provides the information.
Something to do if we want to grow a little bit.
Yeah, so it's something worth investigating. Make sure you look at the finances on the back page. Things look pretty good there. And then the audit's done. And so I think we talked about maybe having an auditor come around the 30th and kind of giving you guys a rundown, but I'll, I know that's always an exciting time to hear the audit report, so.
Very interesting.
Talk slow, you know I got a bad eye.
Sorry.
Good, anything else? That's it. Seeing none,
Meeting be adjourned?
make a motion to adjourn the meeting.
Oh, you want to stay longer? Ken, you can stay all you want.
Second, who's seconding it? Kane or Karen seconds. All those in favor?
Aye.
Have a good evening. Thank you, guys.